We live. What up, world? Welcome to the Black Al Bundy Podcast, episode 10. I am your host, Rocc Lefty. I am the Black Al Bundy. I am here with, Villa Boy Kilo, Johnny, a.k.a. Spaceman Jones, and Diezel, Third Wall Diezel.
You did?
How y'all doing, fellas?
I'm good. What's poppin'?
You got to be in the mic, son.
Oh, look, I'm here.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
hear me?
All right.
I'm good so far today, dog. This is another T.
Yeah,
Get in the mic.
I'm right here.
Yeah, all right. Let me turn you up a little bit more. All right. I can't turn you up too loud because it's going to sound crazy. But this is a special episode of Black Al Bundy Podcast. Our regular host, Kyron, a.k.a. K9, Kayla, a.k.a. Teacher. They're not here this week, man. We doing this on a very special day. It's not Sunday. I fucked around and scheduled Black Al Bundy Podcast on Sundays. That was before football season started. But now that football season started, it's hard for get everybody here, so I got to change the day. All right. Shout out to everybody for listening. We really appreciate it. You can listen to us on Spotify. Follow us at TBAB Podcast on IG and Twitter. Leave your opinion and join in on the conversation in our Facebook group, the Black Al Bundy Podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Black Al Bundy Podcast, and leave us a voice message just to let us know how we doing and how much you love the show on the Anchor app. Now let's get into the show. Y'all good? I'm good. We all good. Man, we were just having a conversation. Hold on. First of all, let me introduce I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. First of all, I'm gonna start to my right with Johnny, aka Spaceman. How you doing?
Man, I'm good. To y'all who listening, I'm Johnny Woods, a.k.a. Spaceman Jones, and I'm pretty much chilling today, dog. It's a normal day.
That's what's up. I'm good. And you want to tell the people what you're doing, your social medias?
My social medias, they don't really matter at this moment because I'm about to switch all that up. But as far as everything goes, I'm doing in my regular life. I'm a cook, and I'm here to help. Then I draw. Pretty much a normal guy.
All right. That's what's up. Where you from?
From Mororo. I'm pretty, like I said, I'm from
Straight
Mororo,
up.
and I grew up in Mororo.
Yeah, straight up. What part of Mororo?
The projects.
Oh, all right. Word?
Yeah.
So you know Head and Smurf and all them?
Everybody. I'm going to keep it 2 million with you. I was inside body. I
all right.
myself. I played basketball. I chill with my brothers. I chill with my partners. I tried to stay out of the way because initially you got to be different.
Yeah, because all them niggas got locked up.
Yeah. The time when I was growing up in the project, it was different.
Yeah.
And a lot of things was going on. And my brother, I had a real good older brother.
Uh-huh.
And he really just kept me out of trouble.
Oh, all right. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. I was the opposite of that older brother. I'm the oldest out of all 7 of my mama kids. And I feel like I led them niggas down the wrong path because I ain't had no guidance. But we going to move on to Diezel, Third Wall Diezel. What's down with you, bro?
What's good with it?
How you doing? Where you from? What's your name? And what you do?
I'm from the 3, originally uptown, you know what I'm saying? I grew up on this side and the West Bank, you know what I'm saying? So, Marrero, West Bank, you know what I'm saying? All that. I fuck with that, you know what I mean? But yeah, outside of this, you know, I'm rapping, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get back in the game and like really spit, you know what I'm saying? So, outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Just wherever I get my foot in the door, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. That's what it's about, man. I'm trying to turn New Orleans back. How Atlanta got it right now. I'm trying to make the city that right now.
No cap.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah. And then we got, last but not least,
Villa
West Side,
Boy
West
Kilo.
Craven, Villa Boy Kilo. What's up with
What's
you, bro?
poppin'? Well, y'all know I'm Villa Boy Kilo from that West Bank. West Side, West Craven.
Mm-hmm. What you do?
Chilling right here today. I'll be rapping and shit.
Yeah.
Villa Boy Kilo, a.k.a. Villa Boy Kilo on everything. And then CFN Kilo on the Instagram and Facebook, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
How you can get my contact, you got to hit Rocc Lefty up. That's the booker. That's the engineer.
Yeah, you know I try.
Yeah, you did. We got the best engineer in the world. And we got the best rappers. Fuck with us. Hold it down with Mickey Militant and shit.
Bruh.
Doing our little thing.
Hey, before we move on, Third Wall Diezel, what is your Instagram and your social media?
Oh, yeah. Y'all follow me on that thing, RAW Diezel, Diezel, Raw Diezel.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right. So now that that's out the way. All right, man, we're moving on. We would usually do on the show, if I had my regular guest, my regular host here, we would do like a would you rather situation, you dig? where we just read through this book, find out would you rather situations and discuss them. But y'all want to do that?
Yeah, we
don't have to. Y'all want to do that for
fucking
real?
with that.
I'll fuck with it.
We fucking
Oh,
with
all
that.
right, all right, bet shit. I ain't want to, you
Hold it
know.
up.
I ain't want to. So we gonna start over here. We start that way because usually Kayla sit in that seat, but we gonna go ahead and do it on that way. So just pick any one of them, read them, and then we just gonna answer truthfully and honestly. You dig?
You can read it.
Some crazy shit.
Yeah. You don't gotta worry about the dead air. I'll cut all that out. Yeah, but we try to get it at least an hour in. Oh, I forgot the Instagram eye candies of the week, man.
Black people don't read.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to see which one they got some crazy ass shit
one.
in this book,
just
yo.
read it. Either one, it don't matter.
Would you rather have milk, your tea, or coffee? What type of shit?
Milk in your tea or coffee?
What?
Yeah, milk in your tea or coffee.
Is that code word for something?
Nigga, that's what it's saying this bitch.
I don't want that. One of them.
All right, I got a good one right
Is it
here.
English?
Would you rather erase your past or change it?
Ooh.
Change it.
Would you rather
No, I wouldn't
Erase your
change my
past or
past
change
because
it?
I wouldn't be who I am today.
But
big facts, no cap?
That's totally wrong.
Why you say that?
Initially,
But no,
as
look.
a person, based down to it's more than just your decision making process.
Yeah, but what if you change some shit you don't want to change?
You can control
Then what?
that.
No, you can't,
Nah,
nigga. You
I don't
yeah.
know. Go ahead, let him explain. Go ahead.
All right, initially, life is truly choice driven. Oh, initially, life is truly choice driven.
Okay.
You live and die by the choices you make. So you can, if you go back initially by the statement of the comeback, change your past. That means you know what you did, right?
Mhm.
You can still be the same person because you're changing something. That means you knew what it was before.
Mm-hmm.
Erasing means it's gone.
Correct.
So since you're changing, that means you have the format to know what you're doing beforehand. You don't have to change something major. You have to change something minor. Minor changes create major changes along the line.
Yeah, but would you know that you change? How would you know if you changed if you go back? If you had to go back and you didn't know nothing about the future though. Like, see me, I wouldn't change nothing or erase nothing because I wouldn't. Like I said, I wouldn't be the person who I am today. Like before I got locked up,
Yeah,
I didn't know.
bro.
Hmm?
That's predetermined. Who you are as a person comes down to initially your aura and your soul. The change, only thing that would change is your physical circumstances.
So you wouldn't feel like you could
Facts,
change.
facts.
You wouldn't feel like you would change
Nah, 'cause
anything.
who you
You
are.
would still be that same person.
Peep this, whether you're a person who's an asshole is gonna always be an asshole, whether he's in a physically great position
Mhm.
or in death position. That's why people on their deathbeds, even to their death, are still dicks.
Yeah, that's a personality trait. I'm talking about as far as like the path that you take during going through life. Like
You still would probably be like this.
I feel like if like my dad is a preacher, if I'd have stayed in the church and stayed on a moral path that he had predestined for me or whatever he thought I was gonna do, I think if I'd have stayed on that path, I would have never. All right, let me explain. When I was young, people used to ask me what you want to be when you grow up. I always be like, I don't know. I never knew. All right, so I just ran along a path. It was forks in the road. I chose the one I chose. And then when I got to a certain spot in my life, when I finally was able to, sit down and chill, it gave me time to think. And I feel like that's what that circumstance that I was in is what led me to that path. All right.
My serious question is, when you were young and you can actually sit there, and all of us as grown people can, did you have the full capability of understanding the choices you made?
Yes.
Right.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Right. At that moment.
Yeah.
So then,
But the choices I was making wasn't leading me to what I was going to be, because I could have sold dope and kept robbing niggas for the rest of my life.
but again, you understood that. So going back and understand that you understood what could happen, and understand, like, you gotta understand, life is really variables and math problems.
Yeah.
Like, soon as you go have the opportunity to go back and change something, it automatically initially changes already. So you already
Exactly.
So it's already a downward spiral domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go back and change it, why worry about the person you were? You're supposed to go back there for a reason. Stop worrying about the person you are. You're going back for a reason.
Would you change it or erase it?
I'll change it.
What would you change? What was one thing that you would change?
I wouldn't get expelled out of high school for something stupid. I would just take my junior year and just thug it out, and still go to Job Corps as a senior. But I'll have a better rapport with the people I was around.
But what would you have done if you would have went that route? What would you have missed out today if you would have took that route?
Nothing. Because initially I'm still the same person and everything was still the same route I want to do. I knew growing up what I wanted to do before most people knew what they wanted to do. I said I was gonna cook the rest of my life.
I didn't know what I wanted to do until I was 26.
I knew I was gonna cook at 13 when I actually cooked dinner for my family and they liked it.
Yeah.
And
What you cook?
I think it was like some shrimp fried rice. I seen it.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I seen it done on.
Stupid ass.
Yeah.
It was like back in the G when you didn't have cable.
Yeah, the cook shows. Yeah.
He go up in there, he loaded and hungry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm 13 at the time. My brother was like, dog, we all hungry in here. My mama don't feel like cooking. I'm like, cause mama,
She's working. She work, yeah.
She work, and I'm 13. You supposed to learn how to cook.
Yeah. You were been supposed to cook.
Like,
yeah.
So I'm like, man, you know what, bro? We got eggs in this refrigerator. My mama got these shrimp that she said she gonna use, but she never gonna use.
Mm-hmm.
They got this sausage, and my grandma just bought me a wok because she thought I was joking when I was serious about cooking, but she bought me a Chinese cooking set.
Mm-hmm.
So I whipped that bitch out, and I'm like, how did the nigga did it on TV? Add the soy sauce. I actually put it together and I cooked it. And my brother was like, yo, you really are good at this. Then the next day, I gave some to the neighbors because I had extra. And he was like, yo, who cooked this? Your grandma? Because my grandma's known to be a great cook. No, I did. And just since then, I've just been cooking since.
That's what's up. That's what's up, son. Yeah.
See, I got another one.
I
This shit
still
crazy.
can't cook no. You only get one, bro.
No, I gotta get this one.
No, son, you trying to jack somebody else out their
you
road,
supposed
bro?
to pass it.
Yeah, pass it to you.
Man, pass it to the left.
Pass it to the left, man.
I like reading questions. I like answering them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people that give out information dirty. Like you got
That shit
Go
crazy
see
in
this
that
mic.
book.
I'm not one of those type of people to like give out information like that. I'm like, you ask, I give. I'm just
Yeah.
information is key in this world.
You see?
He trying to find something funny, stupid.
That shit crazy.
All right.
Dum.
So look, would you rather be all knowing or all seeing?
What's the difference?
All seeing is a visual thing. All knowing is a mental thing.
All right. Okay, so yeah, I can see. Yeah, but I wouldn't. Yeah, all right, okay. Go. Which one?
All
Which
knowing.
one, Kilo?
All knowing. Off top. I'm gonna know everything.
I would rather be all seeing.
Uh-uh.
I like answering questions, not reading them.
But go ahead, get it back to Kilo. Let him
He
do
wanted
it.
to. He
Yeah, I
said
know.
something funny. I want to see how bad it
Yeah,
is.
which one would you rather?
Oh shit.
I'd rather see everything.
See?
I'd rather like seeing like I can only control life. You being all knowing, that means you can't. That means you know everything, but you cannot control everything.
Yeah,
Being all seeing, that means
I wouldn't be tripping if I
But if
I
you all
could.
seeing, you can't control everything. You can just
control
see.
what's around you because you
Yeah,
see.
I want to be knowing shit. I want to know everything going on.
It really
Niggas
sounds like
Nah.
the same in a sense. It sounds like, I'm not saying it is, but
Yeah, because if I could see
could go the
everything,
same ways.
I mean, I could see everything that's already been learned, but I still wouldn't know what you're thinking.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I don't want to know what people thinking anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Only if I want to
Nigga,
see it. I want
Right.
to see it coming, but I don't want.
Yeah, trying to go to sleep and shit, and you
Yeah.
walking over me. And
I
hear
want to
what's
kill
going
that
on.
nigga.
And
You
then-
hear that? This nigga gonna
Yeah.
kill me.
And then I
You
was
wanna
seeing,
keep-
you know how many grains of grass they got, and how many,
He used that
how much
shit.
rice they ate last night. I'm straight, son.
Fuck
I
all
don't want to
that.
know all that.
See, would y'all rather have no eyebrows or extra finger?
Oh, extra finger, dog.
Extra finger. You don't want to walk around looking like Mr. Potato Head.
Look, yeah.
I'll be a living
I don't want no
fire.
eyebrows. Nigga, I don't want. Look, I'm gonna have no eyebrows, just
Do that.
dreads. I'm gonna look like a video
But what you-
character, nigga.
You look like- With no eyebrows and dread like you look like your cousin It from the Adams family.
bruh.
Just
I
all
don't give a
hair,
fuck.
stupid ass.
Boy, like it's a
long
thumb.
ass hair just coming down.
Boy, it look like a thumb, man.
I ain't tripping.
Let me see. Let me read
An
one.
extra finger? So y'all niggas gonna walk around here with an extra
We
finger?
got one.
You
We
don't know.
got, we got
Y'all basketball shot gonna be off everything. Y'all
shit. That
y'all-
shit gonna be cold, boy. You tripping, boy?
You never know
He
until
got
you
an
try.
extra
For
cut.
real, man.
Yeah, son.
That's cool, man. That shit, fuck that. I'm good. I could draw some
Imagine a
eyebrows.
nigga dabbing.
Niggas in-
Imagine a nigga dabbing you off with
The
six
pinky off.
six
I could-
fingers. Yeah.
Nigga draw some.
Imagine a nigga
Try to
dabbing you
go-
off with six
Yeah,
fingers.
try to
let
go
me see
dap
that.
me
What's
up.
hell? Yeah.
Try to dap me off. Nigga, don't touch me. You got
You know how niggas is. Niggas always give you like that gang dap.
Yeah. What's up with that, man? Why they
He
do
got the
that?
six finger. Them niggas
Yeah.
be like, man, you cheating. Yeah, niggas, you cheating.
That's
Man.
another thing that.
What that?
Why black people have eye daps? That's something that's always.
Yeah, they be throwing me off sometimes, man.
Yeah,
like
that's
in
a secret
Atlanta,
society thing.
everybody got a different handshake, and I be I just dap niggas off. They be trying to do this. I be like, I don't know this one, son.
I don't do that shit.
I don't know that.
It's in your DNA.
It's a cultural thing.
What
like
that?
If you look back into history, when it comes out of African, our culture, a lot of the stuff we do as black people nowadays mimic old African cultures. Like we had
that's known.
Right.
We know that.
So, like they have like
the past repeat itself, son.
Right. So black people have their own daps in certain hoods. Like they have their own political daps in all.
Back in the 50s, the 70s and shit. Come on, you jive turkey.
Yeah, there's always been.
No, I know the black man dap. I'm talking about the gang dap. I don't understand those daps. I don't be knowing them.
Hey, because these young niggas crazy. That's just real answers. That's the real answers. It's the more unique, the more it's more so like hugs and handshakes are a sign of bonds.
Yeah.
The more complex the hug or the more complicated or the handshake, the more the bond is, because it means you took the time to remember all this little stupid shit.
Yeah.
That means you really my partner. Like, hey, son, you remember we click fingers here, go all the way up here, turn around, high five, backflip, kickflip.
Yeah.
But that means, hey, you really my partner because you took your time and we remember.
Nigga, I don't want no dap.
Yeah,
it's just dap me off.
Tell you, man.
Fist bump.
Yeah. But believe it or not, that's a sign of camaraderie. That's something that's actually a good thing if you actually go back to it. Because the more camaraderie you have as a people, those daps, they might be on some wavy, crazy left field shit.
I'm Jolson.
But they ride or die for each other. There's a bond that's unbreakable, and that dap is a part of that bond. That's something.
I got a dap like that with one nigga, my cousin Skip.
Everybody
I know. That's what I'm saying.
People I hoop with, we all. As soon as it's all the time. We ignorant. As soon as we score, all of us got a dumb dap that we do to each other.
Yeah.
All of us, and it's a bond.
Yeah.
So you gotta. It's just. Respect the bond.
I don't want no bromance.
You make bromance raw. He won't be a lone soul like dark room.
I'm walking off after I
give me a hug, B.
And walk off.
Here go the last one.
I just came home. Give me a hug.
Would you rather? Would you rather lose your voice or your sight?
What? Oh, that's a good one.
Your voice or your sight?
My voice, because I don't like talking like that anyway.
Exactly. What the hell was that? Oh, I must have hit one of these wires.
Yeah, I don't like.
All right.
Lose his voice.
I'd rather lose my voice. I don't like talking like that anyway.
Yeah, but what if you needed some help?
I'm really in situations like that.
I'm gonna hold my own. Niggas,
yeah.
I'm gonna keep it to me. I don't put myself in a situation where I really need my voice like that.
Yeah.
I don't talk to people like that. Hey, I will happily write you a note. Here, get out my face. Go back to my life.
No cap. I want to see
your voice nowadays anyway, because everybody texts. You can text somebody,
right.
Type it up on your phone.
I want to see.
Yeah.
I can't not.
Fuck the voice. I'm writing notes all day. I'm walk around with a notepad. Write all day. Everything.
I have one of them digital old belts so I can just pick up the thing.
And going.
And every time,
oh, that nigga gonna walk away from you. Man, this nigga got that wish, that belt on wish.
I don't give a fuck. You gonna see what I want, feel at that moment, but look at my belt, bitch.
I don't even want to talk to nobody no way.
Tell you, and plus you got it. Fuck that. Oh, that's me. My bad. Check one, check. All right.
And we're back.
Yeah, but I'd rather still be able to see, because I could walk around. I could walk around without saying nothing. But if I can't
that'd be the
nothing,
best shit ever.
I'm gonna have to. I
don't have to talk to you niggas.
I'm just gonna. How you gonna rap?
Pointing shit.
How you gonna rap?
With his eyes.
Yeah.
I could be a ghostwriter. Yeah. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, niggas. Thank you, my man.
Yeah.
You're gonna sound like Stephen Hawking.
Now I need my voice. Look, I changed my mind too. I need my voice. I need both of them shits. I don't like this.
You could be a blind rapper. I seen a blind rapper.
Blind Fury. Niggas say blind. Everybody know Blind Fury.
That nigga won. He won the whole thing. Yeah, that nigga won the whole thing, man.
That nigga look like a hairy Phoenix and Ferb.
You did what?
A hairy Phoenix and Ferb. You know?
Man.
You remember all the naked roll right on Kim Possible? You know?
Yeah, no, I'm 40, bro.
Nigga said,
I don't know nothing about
damn,
that.
Rock, you can't be 40. That
I'm 40, son.
Yeah.
But anyways, moving on. Y'all like that song? I got other ones, but they sound like
Play
shit.
the other one.
Hey, hell yeah!
All right, man, we about to get into the topic of the day.
That's my favorite song. Niggas say that's my shit.
About to get into the topic of the day. The topic is, why would a woman do that? Y'all heard the scenario I did outside, but I got to run it for the listeners.
Yes.
All right. So, just a scenario, and I just want to And it's hard for me to do this now because ain't no women around. Usually we had Kayla or a night war short. I can't remember her name. But yeah, she was only on the show one time. But it's why would women do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so here's the scenario. Say you and your woman, y'all sit down, y'all come with a plan to purchase a business, right? But your woman, she has things that she likes to do, but you as the dude, you feel like I don't like working for people, and I want to purchase this company. It's already established and it's already running, and all I got to do is buy it from the person, and it can continue running how it is. But we're gonna be making the profit, all right? And this profit is gonna benefit the house, our family. You know what I'm saying? And you have a time period in which to purchase this company, or somebody who's willing to pay more money than you is gonna get is gonna get it, okay, from the seller. All right. So the chick, she feels like she do hair, all right, and there's a hair convention coming up. So she says, you know what, and it's $500 to go to this hair convention, and that's y'all have just the amount of money to purchase this company. So she takes the $500 out of this shared account and goes pay for the hair convention. And the day that you go to buy the company, you can't get it because you're short. All right? And then you ask her, like, why would you do that? And she's like, well, that was your plan. That wasn't my plan. I wanted to go to this hair convention. How would that make y'all feel, and why do you think a woman would do that?
Selfishness.
Yeah,
She being selfishness.
I don't feel like it's selfish. I feel like it's lack of foresight
and knowledge.
What if I told you it's neither?
What
It's
is?
more so you have to understand in a situation like this. You gotta understand, one, the woman you with, two, the conversation y'all had about the money beforehand of all this, and three, did y'all finish that conversation? Because a lot of times as black couples,
But look, you got to take this in consideration.
Let her finish.
like a lot of times black couples have conversations, like, but they end up being open ended. That means they don't get finished. There's no resolution.
Like what?
Right. There's a lot of the time, like it comes with a disconnect that most black people don't know how to talk to each other.
Okay.
Right. Because we are emotional creatures that's put in a situation that we are taught not to use them and think logically. Initially, black people, we feel then think. We're put in a situation now we have to think then feel. But initially, women at their core always feel then think, and that's a good thing because initially,
Not really.
Nah, because you have to. It's because the problem comes in with lack of trust in your women. We have to learn to have.
If I got a shared account with her, I trust her.
But
Facts.
No, that's superficial trust. That means you trust her with your money. Money comes and goes. Real trust comes from real conversations and understanding. If you have to have that disconnect when it comes down to that situation, it's not about the money, it's about the conversation.
Okay.
So
Now, if I explain to her, like, look, we can get this company. It's gonna help the house. We don't have to work for nobody. We'll be independent. And then I say, and when she say, okay, bet. And then we go down because we got to go down to the bank to open a shared account.
Oh,
then she got to have some kind of understanding of what we trying to do.
understand this from a woman's point of view. She's most of the time really just trying to help. Like,
not if she's taking money out to what we planned
all.
on already.
Like,
That's not helping. That's a liability. That's destroying.
Wrong, because that means you have like I said, it all comes down to the conversations had. It means that, but in between this, that time frame when time came, you had them put the open account, and the time that frame that this happened, and the time that needed to be happening, there was supposed to be a conversation somewhere, somehow.
But look,
It was before we even went to get the account. We had this conversation.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
understand, women don't. You got to.
What if you had that conversation?
Yeah.
Y'all had no, but listen. You had the conversation, everything sought out, everything made. Y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do, and then that bitch just pop up. It pop up out of nowhere.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm telling him, and it just out of nowhere. And in her head, she just, well, it's my money too, and I just spent it.
Yeah, that was.
What you gonna? You had the conversation, so you see what I'm saying?
not saying that it's your fault. There's a lack of conversation. I'm saying there is a lack of conversation as a whole. That means she didn't come talk to you. It's not about what it is. But you still.
Yeah, about her not coming talk to her nigga. I get that.
And once you have to learn, like, we have to learn as people dealing with situations like this. We have to don't rush these situations in order like relationships and businesses work hand in hand. You have to 100% trust the person you fucking with in order to do business ventures with you. So that means when in these ventures, you have to know these person's habits enough to plan foresight enough to plan for
That
this.
I can't agree with that because
Why
you don't
not?
have to 100% trust them. That's
not?
why they have contracts. So just in case you do fuck up, then I got a right to get my compensation.
That contract is a form of trust, right? Because at the time before these,
But it's not in the partner. It's in the
stop thinking
the law.
Stop thinking from physical,
Mhm.
right? You have to start thinking like
You don't do that regardless, though. I'm talking about she shouldn't do it regardless.
Yeah, she shouldn't have touched that money because she knew what the plan.
Y'all
She
got
knew
a
what the
bigger
plan was.
plan.
I mean,
If I start playing on Tuesday, it's still gonna be the plan Friday, even if I don't say
Yeah.
nothing else to you. If
It's
I say
still
something
I shouldn't have to.
2019,
I shouldn't have
if
to
I never
bring it
come
up.
back to you and change it,
Stop
then it's still the same.
I want y'all to really stop sitting there and like understand. I'm a dude. I feel where y'all coming from, but since
Mhm.
I sit down and I talk to women a lot, I really sit under my grandma, rest in peace,
Mhm.
and I listen. I sit under my moms, my aunties, because I have daughters, because I have
Mhm.
a daughter now, and so now I have to understand the woman's psyche in order for me to help raise a daughter. Like so, before when I found out my girl was pregnant, before I had a daughter, I spent like really that whole time when I'm not with my child under the women in my life so I could understand them.
Mhm.
And from what I've come to understand, it's not we think and women think totally different. I was trying to explain this to you outside.
Mhm.
Women think like A1, A2, A3, A4, but man, it's A, B,
Mhm.
C, D. You know why?
Why?
Because women see it's like men see because men see the forest,
Mhm.
women see the trees. They see the intricate details that we don't see. Like, and we can be mad all day, every day, but in their head, they see something we don't. Just like on our side, we see something we don't. Why I'm stressing this point is we think like that, total different ways because they complement each other. If you have 100%, if you really sit down there and have a real full out conversation, your A to B with your woman, her A1, her A2, her A3 will be a part of that plan. You just have to get to the resolution of that conversation.
Exactly, but then what's the outcome of the situation? After that's done, where you go from there?
Where you go from there? You go to the
You
next part
fucked
of your
up because you can't get the business, and now
Exactly.
you still got to continue
Beat
working
this.
for a wage.
And what I'm telling you is, what's for you is for you. This is where, like, a lot of people, you have to stop thinking, like, businesses are built and destroyed every day.
Free will is
Mhm.
in effect, though.
Right. So
Free
what you gotta
will in
understand,
effect.
just like you said, it doesn't change whether you have, whether this
If I say it Tuesday, it's still the same
so
next
that
Tuesday.
money
Exactly.
that you just fucked up is still in that account. It's just 500 less, and you have more time to probably get
No,
something
it's
done.
over.
It's a
with.
deadline. Listen,
There's a
with
deadline.
business it's different. It's
Yeah.
a deadline.
Like
It's
I'm
dead.
saying, you don't have
Now
to
she could
just
go
take
to
that
her head
one-
thing, but we can't get
But
the
we
business.
can't get the business
Right.
all because you wanted to go look at her.
No,
Right.
what I'm saying is you got to stop thinking about big wins. So all the time, you can't. You gotta accept the.
Fuck all that. I want divorce.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm outta here, too.
I'm out of here.
Man,
I
my
mean, so
that's
look,
exactly why we have black people has a 55% divorce rate.
The
It's
world
cool.
got a 55. Well, the United States got a 55%
And it's
divorce
even-
rate.
and it's even.
And
more
I
so
turn that
worse
bitch
for
to
us.
56.
It's worse with
Yeah,
the blacks.
nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't learn how to get to open-ended conversations.
Because listen,
A fuck up is a
and
fuck
and
up.
how
and
you say women have A1, A2, A3? That is aggravating to me when I hear that. I don't. When I can tell my girl.
Cause you can
I
understand
can
what you
tell my
want.
girl, look, I'm about to go to the store. I'm gonna be back. But when I on my way to the store, I might see Johnny. I'm gonna stop and holler at Johnny. What's that, son? Yeah. Just running with him for an hour, man. So I gotta make my way to the store, son. I'm still going to the store, but I stop and there's other things in the way. When I get back to the house, he's like, where you went? I went to the store. But Tamika seen me talking to Johnny. Tamika seen you talking with Johnny. Yeah, but that was just on the way to the store. It ain't like I've made plans to stop by Johnny and holler at him. I just seen them on the way over there.
Tell Tamika
You
to
see what I'm
mind her
saying?
fucking
That
business.
A1, A2, A3 is aggravating as fuck.
And at the end of the day, They say a lot about us is aggravating. So here's the bare.
Yeah, I
real
understand.
big picture. Here's
Oh,
the
came
real
from
big
our
picture.
So
real.
who changes for who to accommodate who?
What if as I told you, it's not about change, it's about understanding. You don't have to change a person to understand the person and work around them.
That's change though.
No, that's not. That's
Yeah, it is, because if I'm not like that,
No.
I gotta accommodate myself to you.
You
That
gotta-
means
how
I
you
gotta
gonna
change to be
understand
with you.
How you gonna understand somebody that don't want you to understand? It's just crazy.
Like women want you to understand them.
Nah, they make it hard for you to understand them. They
just-
make it hard.
All right, peep this. Then I had this conversation with a older black guy, older black woman, and a real like. You gotta understand, it's a disconnect with how we think, right? All right, the best way to put it is crabs in a bucket. You know that's how they call
Mhm.
us all the time. But you know the reason why they call us that is because we're not supposed to be in a bucket. Crabs,
Right.
Crabs see unilateral. That means in a straight line.
Mhm.
That means they don't look up, they don't look down. They just look see laterally. So
Mhm.
when they see things floating up or floating down, they only see by way the way the water pushes and pulls them.
Mhm.
So when they see crabs going up to escape, they're not pulling them to stop them from getting out.
But where my money went
It-
about this fucking hair convention and shit.
Hold on,
that-
hold on. Let him finish explaining.
Like they're not trying to pull them each other to get out. They're trying to pull each other. They're not trying to pull each other back down. They're trying to pull each other out because they're not supposed to be in that crate or cage anyway.
Mhm.
The problem comes with us is black people as a whole think of each other in things that can be quantified. That means they give physical value to people, and that does not correlate to us. It's the reason why divorce is so high, because I can get a nigga that do this, and this, but this nigga's not gonna make you feel, because we don't have no real value on feelings and how things make you feel as a person, or things our action make other people feeling. Because of how we perceive people are quantified as things nowadays. It's about people see each other like, hey, you're only good if you make A amount of money. You look B amount of ways. You do a C amount of things. And that negates everything that makes you a human being.
Yeah.
As a person.
And I understand that, but this is how I'm thinking, because if I'm the only reason I'm trying to get this business is so me and her could be good, all right, so we could be straight, so we can advance together. But if you ruin that plan, you're ruining us doing this together.
Facts.
You ruined us.
So basically, you're saying.
So if you willing to ruin us,
No, that's
we
not-
supposed to be together. You willing to ruin yourself to ruin
Facts.
you? You see what I'm
That's a
saying?
no. You know what I mean?
You're
That's
not
a no
thinking.
to me. Like,
Yeah,
to be real,
I can't
dog,
be
like,
with you. If you
like-
willing to, you a liability. I can't be with that.
Every
like-
human being is a liability.
No.
Nah,
Not to. I'm not a liability to myself.
But
Facts.
every human being is
And
a
if
liability.
I'm willing to put this chick in with
See, you
me,
just did it again.
what that?
It's the thing that all human beings do that makes so have hard conversations.
What that?
You just think for self.
No.
You just
If
said
she's
if
with
you
me,
say, she said you, but she's with me, right?
yeah, and I'm with her too.
Then what she does, she's a liability to me.
She's
Right.
a liability to us. If she's willing to do that to
Yeah,
Yeah,
herself
that's a us thing,
and
bro.
me,
That's a
It
us
really
thing,
is
bro.
a us
That's
thing.
the us
I
thing,
get
bro.
you.
Yeah.
I get what
Because they
y'all
got all
saying,
type of
but
options
we
out
did
here.
that to us. You
You know
know
what I'm
what we
saying?
was trying to
They
do.
got a lot of
Let me
options
get to the
out here,
Let me
man.
get to the point. What I'm saying all this to saying is the same money's gonna be in that same account. Whether you-
But the deadline for the buy that business is over.
Again,
Over.
it's just that business. And
That's
people-
major.
No.
I want my
So
business.
now we
A
delayed.
business should be
It-
major for
because-
the
like,
family.
peep this. I understand, but you gotta understand. Fortune 500 companies
All right.
were not built in a
But
day.
our
not done.
future gone.
Not done. It's not. It's-
Future gone.
It's delayed.
It's delayed. But peep this. The Great Wall of China wasn't built in a day,
But the Great Wall of China
and it's still,
kept going
but
until it
you
was
know-
done.
But peep
It
this.
didn't- it
You
didn't
how
say,
many
you know
hiccups
what?
it had?
Let me take a
Especially-
break. Let me take
Yeah.
You know how many hiccups it had?
Yeah,
How do you feel today?
Hiccups is not you knowingly taking money out of the goal.
Things happen. Like I said, you
That's
keep
not a
on-
thing happening,
Yeah,
son.
it
That's her
happened. Keep on-
deliberately doing shit.
You keep on
You
worrying
say
about
half?
the physical things.
That's
That's-
all I see. I don't see nothing else but the physical
And
thing.
that's the problem.
If I write down a plan on this paper,
And
step
that's
1
the
through
problem.
10.
You gotta understand, for when in relationships and moves like that, you gotta understand. Women think, like I said, with their emotions than thoughts.
So I should accommodate to that.
You gonna have to if you going to, because she's trying to repeat this. You have to. If
Why don't she accommodate to the plan?
Why? Because she's already trying. You gotta understand. You can't
Trying?
listen. I want you to really stop cutting me off and listen. I really want you to really understand.
What trying?
Because you gotta understand, women and men think totally different, and that's for a reason. And you have to, both of them have to learn. it's not just one side has to do it. It's both sides have to do it. That's the reason why the conversation that needed to be had about the $500 that came up and what she seen that you didn't see was so important, because in that conversation had to come to an end, right? The reason why black women don't like coming to us with their ideas is because we react like this.
React like what?
Like y'all just did, like, no, raw.
No,
it's
because
gonna
we
end.
had a plan.
Not done. Y'all make it seem like it's the end of the fucking world.
It is.
It's not.
You ruined me.
You're not.
She
It's not that
ruined
bad.
it.
It's not that bad.
You tainted me.
Bruh,
Yeah.
peep it, bruh. I'm gonna keep it 2 million and 2. We're black men and all that. We already fucked. So it's not gonna change the situation of how fucked we are.
So wait a little bit. So if we,
But
no,
me
what
trying to
I'm
make
saying
it better?
is, shut up, bro.
No,
I'm trying
bitch. Me trying to make it better is fucking up.
No, what
No,
I'm
no,
trying
no,
to-
not that.
No, what you gotta understand is, before we start building businesses with our woman, you have to have a full understanding of that woman. Yeah, and until, like, you can't just rush these things. You can't. You have to really sit to take, like, learning human beings is like your woman is like learning a language. Most human beings don't master English until the 5th grade. And what time? Well, usually when you make 5th grade, you're like 9 or 10. So that means the average person takes at least like at most a year or 2 to learn a full language and have real conversation. Love and relationships is a language. So you have to take the time and learn that language with this person. So, and once you learn this language, it wouldn't be accommodating. It'll be, I understand how you move, and you understand how I move. So
and we not
move.
compatible.
Then you go to someone else. But if you are compatible, there will be hiccups. But at that moment, if you are compatible, you gotta understand it's 80-20, dog.
Yeah, but
80-20, son. You only gonna get 80 to 85% of 100% what you want from a woman. You're not gonna get the whole thing. So you gotta pick the 15 to 20% that you're gonna deal with.
I understand that. I understand that too.
So,
But what I don't understand is how can, first of all, I gotta accommodate to her A1, A2, A3. All right.
they gotta deal with our big plans, pictures too. Like,
Yeah.
I literally peeped this. I'm telling you this because I just had this conversation with my girl. Because we have plans. Like, my girl and her friends really just, they're thriving business owners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a kitchen lead. That means I'm gone 6 days out the week.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to open up a business. So we have to have conversations like this.
Y'all understand that. But have
Right.
y'all ever saved money to purchase something?
Son, I'm right. You ain't hear my car pull it up?
All right. So she started her business and you do
Yeah.
your thing. Y'all both save up the money for it, right?
Yeah. But
Okay.
initially, it's more so
Do you go in there and take money out of her account, out of the shared account?
all the time if it's needed for art supplies.
You heard what you just said?
Yeah.
For art supplies. Your art supplies is
It's
your art supplies is not a liability. That's an asset because you could use that to earn money.
And her
Going look at hair is not
you gotta
doing nothing
peep
to earn
this.
money.
And that's where I remember I had a conversation earlier. Like, I be around a lot of women. You gotta understand, going to them hair shows and all that stuff. It might not be a upfront money thing, but guarantees they met somebody there at that moment that's gonna help in the long run. Because one thing women know how to do well is network. So when they go to these haircut shows, because y'all trying to start a business, she's not just thinking just, hey, she might have got a vendor's, like somebody with a vendor, like walked into a vendor, and now she ain't got to pay all this big price on the bundles that y'all about to be selling out, whatever business that she gonna be half on, or she ain't got, or
She's the hair show has nothing to do with the business that we trying to buy. That's what I'm saying.
you don't understand.
The hair that she's going to look at or
Woman
even
is-
find the vendors or anything has nothing to do with this business that we are trying to purchase.
Again, you don't know the reason. That's the reason why the conversation before all this is important. You have, like,
So who has to have the conversation, her or me?
Y'all both have, y'all in a relationship, aren't y'all? When y'all have,
Yeah, but I'm saying if we both saving for the business, she
That
said,
means
"Hey,
both
I
y'all
need
have-
$500 for a hair show."
and that means both y'all. Have
Or
to
do
be
I got to
involved.
come to her and be like, I think you think about going to a hair show?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a conversation.
So what's
Stop
what's
running.
missing?
Who
What's
has
missing?
to bring up the conversation?
What's
is
missing
what
in
I'm
the
asking.
conversation?
What I'm saying is, we keep on worrying about the physicals, like the who, the what, the when, the where, the why, right? Stop worrying about that right now and have the thing that. Let's just worry about the conversation itself.
So just let her
conversation
do
about,
what you
that's what I'm
want.
trying to
No,
understand. The
you gotta
conversation
understand.
about what?
Initially, what is going on? If you have the conversation, you let her do it. You have to. It's a push pull. It's you got to like in a relationship. It's 50% fate and 50% planning. It really is. You have to plan accordingly, but you have to have a faith in the person on side you that she's gonna or if the man's listening, they're gonna plant aside of you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? By sitting there stressing yourself about what can and can't happen, you're only making things worse. Karma only works in person. Control you, and you're in, and let that person control them. And if she makes a move, and even no matter how much it pisses you off, and you have to trust that that person has a reason to make that move. And if she explained to you, and I'm not saying that the move is gonna be like to us gonna be a reason that we not gonna like, because I'm a dude. A lot of the shit my girl does on a daily basis make me mad. A lot of decisions she's made over the time we've been together has made me mad. But I understand in big picture, 80-20, compatibility, understanding this person. She did all this for a reason. Let me just find out this reason and let's move forward. Like, stop stressing over the money, because
it's not about the money. It's about the fact that you ruined this plan that we had already came up with. That's what it's about.
So basically, you're mad more so she didn't come to you with a conversation.
No, she didn't even have. It should never. It never had to be a conversation.
I'm telling you how
shouldn't have.
The conversation already happened when we said, "This is what we gonna do. This is what we gotta save. This is the day we gotta have it by."
But I'm telling you how they think. I'm only just like I'm telling you from how.
So how many times can she get away with doing that before we just be like, you know what, you're a liability. I'm done.
Personal preference. I tell people that everybody.
One strike. You got one
Thank
strike
you.
with me.
Ah, nigga, see.
Like,
You up?
everybody got their own 80-20. Like
Yeah.
most, like, but I can honestly say that one strike shit. That means you got a lack of patience. 'Cause that means people.
I had patience to save up that money to get
Exactly.
to that deadline.
And you
I
wasted
have-
it.
That leads me back to the point I said earlier. We have what we value more is all physical. You have more patience to getting dollar bills, right? That currency
It's not about the money.
No. Dude, you had the patience to save up that money. I
Yeah.
understand that. That means
For the business that's gonna help both of us.
again, it's about the money and currency. Like these stocks and bonds, physical things come and go, right? Buildings burn, bridges fall, money fluctuates.
And hair shows come around every year. She could have
Right.
waited till next year after we
I
bought
get
that business.
I get that, and I totally get that. But having like peep this. You see how these like bonds. You see how I explained this earlier. The handshakes,
Mm-hmm.
bros. These bonds are what matters most,
Mhm.
right? And if you focus more on the bond itself, right?
Mhm.
You understand the person. So by focusing on the bond and understanding the person, the A1, A2, A3 won't bother you because you know what makes her tick. So when she does stuff like that, right? Because you understood, because you took the time to understand the bond first instead of the person, right? You are playing accordingly. Like, you gotta understand, you have to when in a relationship, you have to plan for the both of y'all. And I understand you thinking just the business for that, but you have to think about liabilities, outlines, the things that in math problems they call variables,
Mm-hmm.
right? And by understanding the person you with, you have a full understanding of the variables that comes with it. Oh, the problem comes we don't prior plan before we deal with big deals, and we don't prior plan when we come to dealing with people. Black people date ugly. And that's the best way to put it. The rules of how we date each other are stupid as shit.
Yeah, that's why I hate date rules. I hate that.
The ways
I hate relationship rules.
about to say the relationship rules. The way
Yeah.
we approach bonds, period, even between men. Like I know, like we say it all the time. It's fuck niggas, fuck bitches, get money.
Mm-hmm.
And words have real meaning. The more you say something, the more you believe it. The more these things.
You really gonna speak it into vibration. I mean,
That's right.
yeah, I know, but I'm saying, yeah, speaking into existence.
Right.
But it's all because y'all believe in like the high and lower frequencies.
All right, peep this. I
course.
told
Huh?
you.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you got a high vibration, Okay, I could explain it better on a EQ. All right. The high is light. Low is the dark. You can even feel it. You know what I'm saying? The lower the vibration go, you can't hear it, but you can feel it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So if you keep saying the same thing, matter of fact, here go a perfect example. They had a science experiment where they had 2 jars of rice. They talk negative shit to one rices, and they talk positive shit to the other rice. Rice.
Right.
All right. And the one that they talk positive to stayed fresh, long. The one that they talk negative to molded and turned. You see what I'm saying? So that's the same way, like he was saying. If you say fuck niggas, fuck bitches, get money, which I don't say that. You know what I'm saying? But if you speak that negative, that's what's gonna manifest. You understand?
Right. Now peep this. Now see how you know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about like from top to bottom. You ain't much gotta remember, like say it out loud. But all the things about the dichotomy of how our relationships work,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Go
All
ahead.
the negatives work,
Mm-hmm.
right? AKA we approach it as, hey, even though this is our money, I'm gonna go about it my way and her way. That's wrong, right? Because once you're in a relationship, it's a bond, it's a thing. It's when you bond things together, like when you weld them, they become one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta stop thinking as one person. But we don't want to give that up. Most people don't. Most
because
because it's because we thought
they're gonna take $500 out. You ruined us. So why I can't let you ruin me.
What you're telling me is that that $500.
It's not about it's about the trust. You broke my trust. But when you did that,
all right, okay.
And ain't no patience for that.
Yeah. Peep this. That means you care more about the value of this money at this moment.
No. It's not the
The
money.
trust.
It's
the
about
trust,
the idea that
trust.
you knew what we had planned to
That
do.
means that
And
means
then you still
at
bullshitted.
peep this. That means at the end of the day, you didn't plan priorly.
That means she did what she wanted to do.
The fact-
She
Okay,
thought she had
hold
the
up.
she thought she had the
Okay,
better
look,
move.
check this
She
out.
thought she had the better move.
Yeah,
Better
you
move.
start
Go on,
going-
look at her.
Listen. Check this out.
That's
Check
what
this
I'm
out.
saying. For her,
Check
it was a
this
better
out.
move for her.
If I come up with a plan right now, son, Johnny, on Wednesday we gonna come in here. We gonna record 10 songs.
Right.
All right. And then on Wednesday morning, you be like, no, we supposed to come here Wednesday at 10 o'clock to record three songs. All right.
Right.
Wednesday at 10 o'clock, you say, you know what? I'm going to just show up at 5. But I got another session at 5. Somebody else. And then you try to come in here at 7:30 when I got another session at 7:30 and record. And I'm like, nah, son, you can't record because you knew what the plan was. I never called you and told you come in at 7. So why would you you took it upon yourself to change that? So you can't get what you asked for. You see what I'm saying?
And peep this. That leads me to another part of the dichotomy of how we expect bonds. We are over. We do the most as black people, dog. We just so extra with our reaction, dog. Like, dog, it's not the fucking end of the world.
I understand that.
Then,
But
if
that-
you really understood that, then it wouldn't be a but, Brody.
no, I'm saying it's not the end of the world. It's not. But we still have to stick to a schedule, and we still have to stick to a schedule and a plan, son.
All right, dog.
We still got
I'ma
to.
keep it 2 million
And that's
too.
why you got decisions. You
But if
chose
we-
to
but if
spend
this-
that money
if
and I
this
choose
plan-
to get
women
rid of
are
you.
stupid.
Oh man,
Women
look.
are stupid,
Okay, you
son.
told us about. You told me do comics.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. You do comics, and you said what's the name of the people that's gonna pay you for the?
Webtoons.
All right.
will start, yeah.
Now, if Webtoons told you got a deadline.
It's February 15th is when.
All right.
we talk
So if
about.
you said February 16th coming, they like, nah, we ain't paying you because it's February. We told you yesterday.
And at the end of the day, peep this. It does not stop nothing that's going from.
I understand that, but if
Because peep this.
but they say then we not gonna publish it no more. So what you gonna do? You gonna
I'm
be
a-
delayed, right?
and it still wouldn't be the end of the world for me.
I understand that, but if we had,
But it's my decision to leave your ass if you fuck up
And
like that.
again, and it's still, and at the end of the day, we get that, but you have to deal with our reactions. Stop, like, peep this. Whether this, like, you gotta stop thinking about, get out your feelings when you make decisions like this, and think like what as a whole, not just this one decision with this money. Like, is the whole thing worth it over this one incident?
if she's willing, if she could do that today, she could do that 10 years down the line when it's life or death.
That means one, that you have no faith in people to change and grow up. Two, that means and that's a perception problem. Again, another part of our dichotomy as black people of how we see the growth in other people, other cultures.
I'm not willing to wait around for her to change.
And that's a problem because other cultures who are actually thriving actually have dichotomies with their women that, hey, I'm willing to understand.
And they also got rich parents and shit. And got people
no, you can't say it. You can't say that.
No, I'm gonna keep it G. There's a way that for us to generate generational wealth for black people because we already have the most spending power. The biggest problem is because our spending power is divided.
Facts.
If we have to take the problem isn't a money problem. It isn't a voting problem. It's a community problem because our community is so divided at its base. Old people have a problem with younger people. Our women have a problem with our men. Our kids don't like it's really so much thing. And most of it comes from how we view each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Most black people view each other as the ops. Or out to get each other. And simple, small changes in how we see and perceive each other can have big effects. Like we said earlier, what would you rather change or erase? If you handle the small decisions, right, the small little knick-knack things, we wouldn't have big problems. Because all a big problem is a clusterfuck of small problems. We have to learn to take our time with each other. And the way the world is set up right now, black people don't want to because we care more about getting to the money because we're in a situation where we need money.
Mm-hmm.
But if we took the time and with each other and pooled our money, we will already have it.
But we're not gonna do that.
And you know the reason why? The push and pull between man and woman. If we can just get that under control.
I don't think it's the push and pull of man and woman because
that's not why, bro. That's not why. The problem. This Diezel, you hear me? The problem is, dog, like, we not a people. That's the problem. Like, we black is a category, not a people. You see what I'm saying? So, on that note, what you brought up. That's
this? I want you to understand, when I say a people, it means a group of people that have things that's culturally keeps them linked. I want you to understand, Ebonics, no matter where hood it is, you can go to any hood and talk and pretty much get the
gist of what they saying.
Cause
that's true. The first time you heard off the Heezy, you knew what they were talking about,
right?
Even though you never heard that word before.
Yeah, that means Ebonics is our language. It's something that binds us as
for shizzle.
We have a culture. Yeah,
right.
we have a culture.
So when I say as a people, I'm saying as black people in America as a unison. We have our own musical sound.
That's what I'm saying.
We have our own set of ideals, but most of our ideals are counterproductive. We have to sit down as a group, like every group of people, racial groups has a set of unwritten rules that keeps them in line
because they're a people.
Right.
That's the people.
We don't.
We're not a people.
We have everything else besides that set of written rules. Or unwritten rules, or that push and pulls that keeps us balanced.
Mm-hmm.
And once we find that and keeps us balanced, because we have decent bases, we have what we call like the code of being real. Even though it has a lot of oxymoronic qualities that comes with us, but it has a real solid base because it's understood. Like, hey, we don't kill kids like that. Dog.
Yeah,
it's not cool.
Yeah, women and children.
Yeah, you not.
But those moments is fading away. But I remember them.
But that's because
I remember
we
them.
never set them solid and made them a dichotomy, like Pete this, the Black Messiah complex is real. Like the thing that stops black people from uniting is real. That's why every chance they get, they see there's no positive black couples on things without positive black shows without gay shit or them acting like niggas on TV.
Word.
Right. That's the reason why when they initially see a group of black people hanging in the hood, chilling, having time, they initially think they're a gang.
Word.
But that's the reason why they keep black street thinkers on the streets and give like rational, real poets who center stage, the irrational poets stage. It's the reason why they don't have.
What that mean? The irrational poet.
Like they give people who write poetry that's raw. Hate the world poets.
Oh yeah, they get them the stage.
But they're not telling like they're
yeah, they got better poets out there.
Yeah, but they don't give out. They're not spreading the positive love.
You talk. Yeah. I understand. Okay.
We don't push positive black music like that. Most of the music we get from us is about the perception of our reality. It's really hard out here. It's savage like. But if we was to do like peep this, I want you to understand the music that other cultures talk about It's not theirs. It's their views. It's their imagination. Their music don't perceive their reality. They turn their reality into their perception.
Mm-hmm.
We write about our perception, and it only makes it worse because we keep on repeating the same cycle of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
If we was to actually say more positive shit, think more positive shit, walk more positively, and even if it just starts with just men doing it by themselves, it's going to eventually carry over to the women. You have to start, like you said, you have to start with you, but you have to have a plan as a people of where you're going. We all, most black people can say that the biggest issue that they have with other black people is that they act like niggas. And
but that's what. Can I say something about that?
Like I'm saying it like ignorant. What?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but whenever you say anything against that, like, whenever you say anything against the way that they act, like I changed from being like that. I saw what I was doing, and I made a conscious decision to change from being that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, act like a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But peep this. It's a consciousness thing.
But if I say anything about that, it's either my past get brought up, or
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Remember what you said? You said it yourself earlier. Your past is what made you you. Even since we say we're sitting here being.
I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm just saying, if I tell somebody, hey man, like fight videos, all right. Oh, matter of fact, arrest videos. If I say he gotta learn how to get arrested. Every time I ever been arrested, I don't be bucking and trying to fight my. I don't fight my cases by the cops. I wait till I get in front of the judge to fight the case.
Right.
If I tell a nigga, son, you can't be doing that shit. Oh man, I know my rights. This, that, another, motherfucker. You know.
What you gotta understand.
If I say, son, you gotta learn how to get arrested. When you get arrested, just shut up. Even if they wrong,
Facts.
you can't fight the police ain't gonna. You can't. They not the judge.
And it comes from the disconnect, right? We again learning to talk to people. It's a like learning to talk language. Like learning English is not enough for black people. Because we already come into this thing robbed of our culture. We've been here robbed of our culture for 400, 500 some odd years. So what we have to learn to do is actually learn to treat people as people. So and use the language to forge great bonds. Everybody can talk, can say English. Anybody can speak English, but can we really use this language? Can we use these words to really manifest our ideals? The people who do it, who use their words to manifest their ideals in the black cultures are all millionaires. They took the time and actually sat down and made plans, sat down and wrote it down, and actually spoke positivity the whole way through. Made it. So what if we, as a people, took that same approach we do to the hustle as we did to other people? You don't think it'll eventually break?
I don't know, cause everybody ain't gonna be on board.
But you gotta understand, not everybody who's speaking positively, doing the right thing is paid like this. It all depends on what your level of success and what you want it is. That goes back to
exactly
you as a person.
And I feel like I'm successful right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to work for nobody. I got this is all I ever wanted. Just a studio. Somewhere I can record and do my thing, do my little podcast. That's all I want. I don't want no everything else. I don't want all that other stuff. But if I'm saying, but listen, check this out. I've been doing this since 2011. I went 7 years. I was married for 7 years. I couldn't get this. You know why? Because I was strangled by somebody leaning on my leg by doing the same shit I just mentioned. I'm trying to do a business, and they fucking keep taking money out. It was liability.
Then real answer, did you before I had already, this is me being a real person asking you a real question as a person. Did you actually took the time and know?
Yeah.
Like before you got married to her, how long did you date this woman? Then before that, you dated her. Like dating and a relationship is two different things. Dating means I'm cordially seeing you. I come by you, we hang. I know you fuck with other people, etc. You know that's how it go. But I like you. I want to get to know you. That dating process is the time where you're supposed to learn. Then you go into the relationship where you learn the quirks. Like, I tell people, because the same thing my uncles and them told me before I started the business, with a woman you have to be with, you have to know them at least 4 years and been with them
I know that
at least
now.
4 more.
Yeah, I know that now. Yeah, but yeah, to answer your question, we was together for 6 months. No, we was together for like 6 or 7 months, and then we moved in, and then we lived together for a year before we got married.
You don't think that was?
I feel like she had a mask on for all that time, cause I've been on the same mission. I've been on the same mission since she met me.
Here's the truth.
When I met her, she was working at a hospital, making more money than me.
She never had a
You
mask.
understand?
The truth is, she never had a mask on. You just didn't took the time to really see it. We be rushing, dog. Black men even.
Did
And
she
it-
wear-
no,
did she
it
wear
wasn't
makeup?
until it wasn't until we get. No, she
No.
didn't.
Black
It wasn't
men
until we got married that she stopped working, started becoming a liability.
But-
After we got
but
married,
peep this, if you
that was a
would've
mask.
If you would have took the time, bro. If you'd have just took the
You
time.
kicking them wires?
Oh, my
Nah.
feet right here.
If you'd have just took the time, bro, and actually, I tell people.
But
take
I
the
agree with that.
time.
4 years. Yeah, I agree with that.
If you take the time and actually learn a person, dog, you wouldn't have to worry about it because you will know, like,
Yeah.
within the first 4 years of fucking with a person, even if you just chilling with them. Like, Ryan been my partner since I was 11.
Forever.
Like
God
you
damn.
really been my
You want
dog.
the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Like,
right.
that's really
So you know my brother already. You know my brother in there.
Yeah. That's what
Oh,
he
all
was-
right. Damn. You know him too.
I know him, but I ain't go to Monroe Middle.
He
Oh,
moved
all
from
right.
Mac Park.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I've been on dudes since like, but I really did not know him until I met him like I was like 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
But me and him really didn't start like hanging. But I really didn't know who the type of person he was until I was about 14.
Yeah.
And that's when he really knew who I was. And at that moment when he realized like, hey, I gotta keep Johnny out of trouble, cause Johnny is a smart dude.
Mhm.
Johnny got good grades. I don't want him around. He's seen the same thing like everybody else seen, but it took time.
Mm-hmm.
We have that patience with our partner, our newfound partners off of stuff we click, cause men go about auras and feelings when it comes to our partner, but we
Facts.
don't have that approach to our women.
Okay, so you never met a dude like say he brought somebody around you, and you like, sis, I don't bring that nigga back around me.
Oh yeah, I'm energy.
All right there.
All
What
right,
I'm saying.
where your patience at?
Yeah, where your patience? Yeah.
Right,
Son, everybody that brought nigga around their homeboy, that they were like, son, don't bring that nigga back around me now.
when it comes, I call it 4-3-4. Right,
With that.
10 people, 4.
The law of averages.
No, 10. No,
That's 11.
10 people, 3, 4, 3.
The law of
Right,
averages.
Right. 3 people are legit good people. 3 people are legit assholes. And the 4 in the middle can fall in any other way.
Yeah, it fall either way. Hell yeah, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 3, 4, 3. The average 10 people. Like, you can tell off the dump the niggas who fucking assholes.
Yeah.
But you also can tell off
Now
the
when
dump.
you say assholes, you mean like
Like
I'm
the-
talking about like this nigga be stealing.
Like,
I don't want this nigga around me.
Anything
Or this nigga be lying all the time,
Right.
or this nigga be
anything that you can label this man as, hey, dog, that nigga ain't shit.
yeah. Okay. All
That's
right.
what I like.
When I say asshole, I'm thinking like
Yeah.
like Patrice O'Neal asshole.
No.
Yeah.
If you can look at this dude and be like, hey, son, he's not about to do shit with his life.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, son, what are you doing? Why are you making these unnecessary decisions? Like,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah,
really
yeah.
is not, and
You go on Bourbon Street, he the one buck with the fucking security guard, like
and
got you looking.
and
Come
and
on, son.
And you know he's
Yeah.
not gonna change.
Yeah.
And his everything about his demeanor says, this is me. I'm gonna be this ignorant person the whole life.
Yeah.
That's
Stay from around me. Hey man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up with
But
you,
the-
little
But that's the same scenario with a girl though. Like
But
once she
see
did
this,
that,
the only way you can get to know this is if you take the time to know the people, bro.
I don't know. Even if I knew her for 11 years and she did that shit, I'm gone.
That's because
Right.
you
Nah. I wouldn't say that. Like I said, I was married for 7 years. We was together for 8.
I don't know. That's
So-
just crazy. We built all
man,
this,
That's
all
what I'm
this
saying.
money up.
So it
and
took
then-
me 7 years to finally be like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of doing this. I got to keep starting over every year. All right.
But the thing is, you found out in 7 years, right? If you would have took your time and took the 8
I really,
years,
I ain't gonna lie. So I met in 2013. By 2015, I had already knew,
If
but
you-
I had just ignored it.
like, dog, repeat this.
Yeah,
you
the
saw the
thing.
red flag. Huh?
Yeah, I seen them, but I was like, I could change it.
Did
I
you
could
move
change it.
to
I could
my-
See,
change
now
it.
that's patient. Yeah, that's
Then
patient.
man.
Patience,
But now,
not patience,
I'm like, man, fuck
and
that.
ignoring red flags is 2 different fucking things.
But that's the situation is a
No,
red
it's-
flag. The
no.
situation that happened is a
No.
red flag.
If he said it before that he knew that she was prone to do things before.
Yeah, no. When I first met her, she was good. She was working at the hospital, make more money than me,
Then you
everything.
married
Did that
her
another
within a year, right?
about 18 months. 18 months. Yeah.
right? And I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just
Yeah.
being honest.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm keep it real with you.
Right.
About 18 months,
That
and
is
then-
not enough time to even much learn.
and I agree with you.
To even much do
I
that.
100%
Yeah,
agree
that's
with
real.
you. But I'm just saying now I don't have the patience to try to build that up.
And that's
I
a
try to,
personal problem.
but my problem was, son, I was trying to make her into something that she wasn't.
But you don't need that patience, though.
Yeah, you do.
You don't need that
Because
patience.
this, you
huh?
have to teach
That's
your
like a
kids.
scarcity
No,
mindset.
you gotta have patience with kids.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
adults,
that's just-
she was
yeah,
30
straight
something.
up.
She was
like
30
there's
something.
more women, more fish in the sea. You hear
Here's
me?
the
Like
truth. You know the reason why we don't have patience like that
With
as
adults?
is because we don't instill that. We don't like human beings learn 96% of what they know with their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the law of attrition. It's real.
Mhm.
Right. The more you see something, the more you do it. So no matter how much you teach a person to trust, or you tell a person, preach a church, if you cannot show these people how it is to really be in an area which people are trusted, where really are loved, and
Mhm.
all this stuff, they won't know it. So right now they're going off of only what they see and what they know. So what they equate as real trust isn't.
Right.
We don't have, like I say, I keep on telling you, we don't have real patience with other people, but we have
Right.
patience with other things. We'll take the time and build a Fortune 500 company, but you wouldn't take the time to help your wife get over the. Most men won't take the time with their wives and get out of depression.
You know why? Because
Depression.
a lot of people are depressed. All right.
But that's
How
still a
can I
person.
help somebody get out of depression? First of all, I don't know how to get them out of depression. Second of all,
the first thing you
the
need
the
to-
reason why I'm trying to build this Fortune 500 company is so that we can be comfortable. You understand? So if we
my
both
question
willing
is-
to suffer to be comfortable in the end at the end goal, then we both got to suffer. You can't suffer. Then you take a vacation, and then now we suffering longer when we could have been straight at this point. You see what I'm saying?
It all depends on what your definition of straight is, my dude.
This company is steady
so-
income, but we have to work less.
Okay, what Big said, more money, more problems. It has nothing to do with the physical side.
But that's the only way I feel like we could be comfortable.
That's not.
Because if I'm
People-
stressing
like,
over,
so-
oh
so
man,
let
how I'm
me-
gonna pay this bill when I
Peep
could have
this.
had this business here that
Peep
paid
this.
that bill.
That means everything that the way we operate as a people right now, everything that makes us really, really so smile, ear to ear, happy, is tied to something physical.
Yay!
Right.
What else gonna make us happy?
But and the things that are all physical are all carnal. It comes and goes with the wind. Like we are only happy nowadays if I got a lot of money in my pocket and everything is going right for me. Instead of just like we got rid of being the minimum. We stopped seeing what's in front of us, like the directly what's here, the things that matter.
Like
Yo, yeah, we might not have a Fortune 500 company, but we're in a position to buy a company.
yeah, no. You must think I'm talking about fire. I'm talking about
No,
it
like,
could be a
like,
butcher shop.
Peep this. We might not have the company, but we are in a position that counts. Yeah, we might have messed up. Deal
We
with
didn't
that.
mess up. She messed up.
You gotta stop thinking like that when you're in a relationship, dog. That's the problem.
No.
Because if she was thinking like, peep this, if we approach bonds like I'm telling y'all to do at its base, she would not think like
Okay,
that.
so if I cheated, then did we cheat or did she cheat?
Exactly.
I got a whole nother thought about when it
You
comes
see what I'm
down-
saying?
I honestly
It's
think
me
black-
and
I'ma
her.
keep
We
it-
together.
I'm gonna keep it 2 million
But-
and 2, which I think black people should like really practice polygamy, because we are. It's more,
Son, I be trying to explain. That is the reason. Can I give my reason why?
It'll cut off a lot of trauma.
Can I give my reason why?
But I wouldn't do it for nothing. If you're going into it for a sexual
I'm-
mind,
and
it's the stupidest thing.
That's the
because
first thing everybody say. It's never
Because
about.
it's
It's never. When I
it's a-
think about polygamy, I'm not ever
think
thinking
about-
about the sexual thing.
I'm thinking about the
I'm thinking about the. Y'all know who Brother Polite is?
Yeah.
I see that.
Do you know how he chooses his wives? He had his first wife. They started a business together. He went on, let her run that business, found another wife, brought her to the old wife. They explained it, started another business. Now she runs that one. I think he got 3 wives, and I think he just got like a white girl. I think I don't know. I follow him on Instagram. You know who Brother Polite is? Oh, okay. But that every wife he has, he starts a business with and continues the business. You understand what I'm saying? It's not ever about sexual. It's not ever about I got three chicks I can fuck in the same house. No, bro. It's about the financial. It's all coming together.
It's all about the 80-20. Like I said,
You see what I'm saying?
The 80-20.
That's the first thing everybody say. Man, you think I if I'm trying to build an empire, I don't got time to be worrying about having sex all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not the goal. My goal is to be financially independent with my own self-sustaining business that could run even if I'm not there.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
But
that's my goal.
I get you, but you gotta understand. That's just one side of our goals, right? What about lineage?
That I can lead to my daughter. Man, my
like,
daughter.
No, not just like you just like feel like family values hold a lot. Like that shit counts.
And my children gonna see like this is the lick.
Like you.
Let's
like so when planning all these plans with others, you have to learn to value the people that are helping you get to these points, right? But their value is not determined by how much they bring value to you. Their value is determined strictly how them, right? You don't try to quantify it, because the moment you put more expectations on a person than what they showed you is the moment you fail.
That's true, quick, because they're not gonna be able to keep up with your. They're not gonna be able to keep
really
up with your. And that was my main thing with my marriage, because I was over ambitious. She ain't had no ambition at all.
You gotta learn to let people do them, especially when you come into a relationship. That's the IE to take the time to understand the A1, the A2, the A3.
You want to tell us about this class that you're taking?
Oh man, I started reading like class and taking like little knick-knack courses on like via Facebook and all these dumbass groups that they be having out there. They take the courses to learn how to do the better relationships. And a lot of the stuff, like if you take it at face value, it might come off as bullshit. But once you start like really putting in the work and actually reading the books to actually learn to talk to your woman, or taking the time and actually really understanding her, it actually works, dog. You understand what makes them tick. That A1, that A2, A3, all comes from like niche decisions they had to make at times early in their lives. And once you understand their decision-making process, you understand how they tick. Once you understand how they tick, you understand how they plan. And once you understand how they plan, you can plan accordingly with your plans. It has nothing to do with about the plan itself. Nobody is wrong in the situation, because we gotta stop thinking that it's wrong or right, because life is gray. There's no such thing as black. Life is not black and white.
Right.
It's about what's best at that moment to get you ahead. You have to. It's a trust thing. It's 50% planning, 50% trust. If you gotta trust the woman to get things done, you got to be able to be like, hey, she did it. Go for a reason. Fuck it, and live with the consequences. We as people, we don't, even if the consequence is bad, we think, oh, fire, brimstone, Ragnarok, end of the world.
Right.
And it could just be like, hey, it's just another month back, and this opportunity passed us, but who's to say another better one is not about to come? Like, one thing women have that black men don't have is patience, but one thing black men have that women don't have is understanding.
Right.
So it's supposed to balance.
Right.
So we supposed to understand why they're so patient, but they give us our patience. They tell you she might have been like, hey, because women go on their feelings. Their feelings give them patience. They really be like, oh my God, it's a bad feeling. I'm not gonna fuck with it. Women's intuition.
That's that way intuition. I already told y'all listeners about my theory on intuition. That's what get women cheated on.
It's the same thing as our intuition. And so like we have like women intuition and men intuition work the same way, but since we think differently, we approach them differently. Like when a man has feelings, we calculate, we figure out where we're gonna go. But when a woman has feelings, since they think A1, A2, A3, they have to first delve into how they feel before they plan. Men will figure out how we feel after.
Right.
Well, because we understand how we feel initially, we'll deal with how we feel later. But that's just how we are wired. But that's how it's supposed to work.
Right.
So understanding the balance between the two by learning, like by reading these books and taking the time to understand the balance between the two, you see that a woman thinks like this for a reason. And once you find the person that balances you,
to the subject.
Yeah, but like once you take your time and understand how that works, you can plan accordingly. Like, and people learn differently. I tell people like if you're really fucking with somebody 8 years, you really know that person. But people learn at different points, faster, slower. So whatever time you feel the most comfortable, like, hey, I know this person quirk wise, you understand them, take your time. Like, don't rush nothing, man. We keep on seeing time like in seconds, in minutes, instead of seeing time as something that's infinite. We gotta understand, there's a start and an end, but stop worrying about the time in the middle. Time in the middle is just time in the middle. It's not about the time, it's about the experience, it's about the bonds, it's about what's built and destroyed. Those are the things that matter. We keep on worrying, like, we got all the time in the world. Time is not real. Time is just, everything has a real, it's not, it's a facade. It's something, just a way to calculate measurements.
Yeah, measurement between two events.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Man, I got a question for you, bro.
Go ahead.
I got a question, man. Let me ask you this: Would you choose either a woman who was in a situation like that, where that situation happened and your money was lost in your business, or would you rather a woman with everything you saying that she is needing, like the good conversation and all that, and the conversation that leads to everything being understood?
I would rather have somebody that's willing to talk to me. I don't care. I'm gonna keep it 2 million.
Well, let me finish. So, would you rather A, the one that I said, the situation type chick, or the B, the girl that's everything you already want?
I'd rather B, because she's willing to talk.
And she never did that.
Like I said, we keep on trying to quantify all women in one situation. Like, you gotta understand, the moment we cannot sit there and stop. You know how we go about women, and we tell them all the time, man, I'm not like the next nigga. Yeah, and they always be like, well, you gonna treat me like the next nigga, the last nigga? Right? We have to stop thinking and treating each other like the last person. And that what
Exactly.
Wait. But that's what you doing, though.
No.
Like, you treating her, if she not the last person, they got other bitches.
What I'm saying is, I'm telling you, all the problems that you have in a relationship, all of them, would be avoided if you would take the time and learn the people as people and stop
before you jump into the relationship. Before you even jump into a relationship with them, like you said, 8 years, 4 years, 4 years,
just to get to know
But-
them and be with them.
All right.
And like that last 4 years to understand the hard quirkies and within the first 4 years, y'all didn't started a family. Like, y'all didn't had y'all probably had at least one baby scare or had one kid within that first 4 years of y'all really fucking with each other. Right, so y'all know.
So it ain't been long enough.
Yeah, you really, basically.
So he learning, right?
Yeah.
So that's a part of learning.
Yeah.
And you learn her doing that shit, so you got to get rid of
You
it. You know what I'm saying? That's learning.
What I'm saying is, before you get to the business, because you gotta understand, a relationship is a business, and a business like on the floor, ground running, is a whole different thing. So, if you're gonna start a business with your girl, who's initially your partner, you have to know your partner. Unless you're gonna end up have to be in legally binding situations where all the contracts get messy and all that other stuff, which really brings.
Then how would she feel if after she spent that another opportunity come along, and I don't spend it with her, I don't do it with her, I do it myself?
I would tell you that both of y'all would be thinking selfish. That's another situation where both
Nigga,
y'all
she
are
was
right.
selfish from the get go. Yeah.
So he basically
I'm
saying
saying-
fix the situation.
If I fix the situation and I do it myself, and I got the family, I'm not leaving, I'm not doing nothing, I'm making sure everything's straight. But she want to be a part of it, and I tell her no, she a liability to the business.
That means that means you place the value on her without thinking. Because being a liability.
But I'm taking care of her.
Again, you place the value on her. You don't want to value people by what they bring to the table. You want to value the people.
But she not bringing nothing to the table.
You're supposed to value a person for what they are as a person.
I know, I understand that.
Man,
I
hold up.
value
What?
her,
Hold up,
but
hold
she
up.
can't be part
Yeah,
of this
right, but
business.
You
She a
can't, but you
liability.
can't be. Hold up, that don't make sense, dog. That don't
Peep
make
this.
sense.
Once you understand.
You gotta bring something to the table,
Peep
son.
this.
You got to.
All right.
And we ain't
All
talking
the
about
parents-
WAP.
We ain't talking about
I
WAP.
get that.
We ain't even talking about
No, I'm
trade, and we ain't talking
talking
about
to the
skills.
people right now.
We ain't talking
Nah.
about skills, but you gotta bring something to the table. Like
In order
when
to
you
find
at
out-
the table, with her because you got something to bring to the table. So you can't feel like, oh well, I'm gonna let her just be
How would you know?
I'm a slave and die.
Yeah,
I'm a slave and work and die. Pay all
And then
the
look,
I just need to
fucked us
understand
up
it.
once, and
Yeah.
then I let you
Like,
come
nah,
get into the business, and then you do it again.
My question would be like,
What happened to the money, the book money we gotta bring to the bank? Yeah.
You gotta
all I say
understand,
is,
man.
Like I'm saying all the time is like we don't take our time with people. We don't. Like
I mean, I agree with that. I
like,
agree with
we
that.
wouldn't have all these problems, right? If we took the time to learn people before we start making these grander decisions.
Mhm.
Like if we can't handle small problems, as in, hey, let's have this conversation and get to the end. How the fuck we gonna deal with flipping $100,000? How we how the fuck we gonna deal with
Right,
having product problems?
Don't include her. I know I'm gonna get mine right. Mine gonna be straight.
And that's the thinking selfish part.
You take care of the house. I'm gonna take care of everything
And
else.
that's gonna cause a problem. You gotta understand.
I mean, I see where you're going.
That a
with it.
woman
I see
like
where you're
want,
going
like
with
just
it.
like a man wants to feel like he's valued in a woman's life, a woman wants to feel like she brings value to him.
I'm just gonna give her money to go to another hair convention.
what
What up
you
there?
really-
That's what she wanna
you
do.
really want.
That's superficial, son.
The
That's
fuck?
that's just what you call
But
a
that-
that's a band-aid when the situation needs stitches.
The fuck? No, it ain't.
Yes, it is. That's take this money and shut up.
No, it
No,
ain't.
that's you look. Here go your $500.
That
Go
you-
ahead do your
Yeah.
thing. I'm about to get this business, and don't ask for no piece of this. I'm gonna take care of everything. Just don't ask. You don't make no decisions in
I'm
this.
not saying it. I'm not saying it from my point of view. I'm telling you what they hear.
Mhm.
It's take this money, shut up and get out my face. No.
Majority of women want that anyway. They would rather just look good and be right there and not have to make no decisions anyway.
That shows me how little you know. And I don't want to sound like a dick, but that really
Some
does.
women don't. Some women
Nah,
don't want to do nothing.
Like,
right.
It's for
My ex-wife,
343.
my ex-wife,
343.
she
That's
didn't want to
10
do shit. As long as I was working, she
10
was happy. But I'd be
10
miserable.
10 people.
So I got to come home and be miserable and be like, man, what you did all day? Watch SVU all fucking day while I'm out there breaking my back,
343, my dude.
working for somebody else when we could have had this and I ain't had to work for nobody.
Fucking stories and shit.
Like
Yeah.
I said, it's still 100. Like no matter what, it's still 343. Like you really have to. That's the reason why you have to learn to take your time with people
Exactly.
before you get there. You'll know.
I ain't gonna lie, that is like the basis of all the fucking problems. I ain't really be getting on these hoes. I just
Yeah,
be
you got-
fucking, man, these hoes, she bad. I'm about to just jump in the yard. And then next thing you know, I'm just hanging around her all the time. And I'm like, I really don't know this chick, but you know, we together. And now I gotta hear this. Why you left the toilet seat up? Who is you talking to? Where you been?
Yeah.
Right.
And all that could have been avoided. Like, hey, son, yeah, I'm bagging you. And yeah, but let's take the time and get to know each other. Let's really have a real fucking conversation.
And I ain't gonna lie, son. Whenever I have a conversation with him, my head's go to hurt. Cause I don't, like you said, that A1, A2, and A3, that just be making. I be like, why she don't just tell it what happened? What happened, bro?
She just don't get it.
Cheryl
I'm
had to do
keep it
this.
to- no
Yeah,
matter how
I'm
much
coming. I like. Could you get to the end of the story? I gotta tell you this. No, I don't care about all that. Just tell me what happened.
I'm gonna keep it to me. I'm saying all this stuff. It gets on my nerve too. But as a person, you just have to learn to be. As a man, I'm understanding. And now that I know why that they do this, I am more prone to understand where she's going. So I have the patience now to see. Let's get through these A2 and all these irrelevant details and how you feel, because there's something at the end.
Yeah.
And what we have to do as men, when the women's going through that A1, A2, A3, stop cutting them off. Because the moment we cut them off, the fucking
Oh,
train
yeah.
starts.
You ain't lying. That's why I just be sitting there. But then, nope. Because then they'll ask you,
what's your question?
are you even listening to me? Yeah, I'm listening.
What you do is, I've learned small retorts.
Yeah.
You don't cut her off. You see when because women talking what I like to call chop, long sentences.
I call it beating around the bush. Like they just going around in a circle around the
so
bush.
what you gotta
and
do
just
is
get
catch
to the
them when
fucking
they catching their
story.
breath, running around the bush. It's like you gotta understand that you can only run around the bush so many times before you run out of breath.
Right.
And we are men, we are already good at holding information. Since we understand that and we're good at holding information, just keep the engine until they get to once they get to B3, they out of breath.
Mm-hmm.
And what you do is you just break down everything you just heard and just talk to them back. Because it might seem like she's running the conversation, but you really are.
Son, look, the other night, Saturday night, bro, I was laying in the bed talking on the phone with a chick. I fell asleep like 3 times, bro. She still was going. And I you understand? I was like, oh my God, I fell asleep. She still talking. I just get up,
Come on, stay on the phone with me.
Oh, word? Mm-hmm. fall asleep again.
I never once.
I used to hate that shit, dog. Go to sleep on. Let's sleep on the phone together.
Yeah,
like
bro.
you wasting my minutes. I'm on.
Yeah,
Like back in the
yeah.
day,
Like I said, I'm on record.
Yeah.
It's not aggravating. I never once said it's not aggravating. What I'm saying is
Yeah.
I understand why it happens. Like once you understand why, it's not. It becomes. I ain't gonna say it gets less aggravating, but it comes tolerable. Because once you know why, you know why things work.
Yeah.
It's just like right now, we are more comfortable in a situation doing the podcast now because you know how everything works.
Yeah.
You have to take the time and break it down in the systems. Once you understand how the system works, you know how to maneuver the system, and the ball is in your court. And you gotta understand, women is not trying to be manipulated. That's their biggest fear. That's the reason why they're so like pushed when it comes to us and plans.
According to the all the seduction, they are trying to be manipulative.
I know, but you gotta understand
It's in their
being
nature.
manipulative and being manipulated is two different things. They don't want to be manipulated,
Right.
but you gotta
But they
understand.
want to manipulate.
But they want to manipulate.
Well,
Yeah.
it's no. And
That's only because the power dynamic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. They want the power because they scared not to.
No. That's the only way that they can present their power. Men are physically majority of men are physically more stronger. So they have to figure a way to, get what they want. It's just like
it's like two different type of type of boxes. There's your power punches, like the ones who like.
Right, I got you.
and then there's the quick stingers.
Yeah.
They could weigh you down with the quick stings, or they could knock you out with one blow. You see what I'm saying?
So women most of the time are like, if you gonna put it in like boxing frames, they're quick stingers.
Yeah, they're quick stingers.
They jab, maneuver around the board.
Yep, yeah.
While most men
Yeah.
think, let me just knock this dude out.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
That was a good ass analogy. I like that one.
So once you understand how it goes, you know how to maneuver. It's not about we as people gotta stop thinking as pieces on the board and think like the board itself. Understand why the pieces move this way and why things move this way. Once we understand why the board works this way we control the board. Once we control the board, we can think
Control the players.
Yeah. Women instinctually know this. This is why they are manipulative. Men are so used to, like, I tell men all the time, there's nothing wrong with having a strong woman give you ideas and be your real backbone.
I
push
agree.
you forward, right?
I agree.
'Cause
That's why I just say that they supposed to be better.
They
supposed to do that for us.
There's nothing wrong with that because a woman has the gift of foresight. Like, they might not see it physically like we do, but they understand the repercussions. They think more negative than us. It's the reason why they so eccentric, and when things go wrong, it's always crazy. A man is not supposed to ever react like that because that's a woman's job to react all eccentric and crazy. Our job is to sit there and rationally
Sit there, readjust,
Yeah.
plot court.
Right.
What is called when you like you don't.
You got reposition.
Yeah, you gonna reposition yourself and then punch forward.
Right. That woman, like in situations like that, if you are playing
Course
accordingly-
correct. That's what it's called. Course correct.
Like, if you plan accordingly and understand your woman, all these curves that we have in relationships will go away. That's what all these relationship books tell you. That's what Steve Harvey books tell everybody. That's what all these relationship books tell you.
Reading it.
I don't read that shit either. Like, I read this book.
Steve
because-
Harvey be tripping
like,
sometimes,
No,
man.
I'm gonna keep
Big
it
facts.
Big facts. But I never read his shit. My girl did. But all the books they tell me they tell you, like, once you understand the person you're with, everything flows. Yeah, it's gonna be hiccups because humans are not perfect, but in the 80-20 situation, it's real. But if you go about it at 50% planning and 50% fate, and don't put your expectations on them, everything will be smooth because you control your karma. You control everything on the board because you know the pieces. You know how.
So what would you not include your woman in?
All right, I don't include my woman in real deep thoughts into how my comic book works because that's not her wheelhouse, right? I include my woman in things that I know that she can make, like women, like there's a concept taught in African religions called destroy, build, destroy, right? Men are good at destroying. Like, when you're good at breaking down foundation, it's the reason why we're physically gifted. But a woman has the mindset to manifest and build. So we need to destroy things for them to put them in a position so they can build. To put us in a position to help them build so we can destroy and keep moving. It's a situation. Destroy, build, destroy. Once you understand that, and we move forward. Everything like it's really just course correct, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest problem is we have a disconnect between people, but between men and women.
Right.
Once we get that correct, everything will be smooth.
Y'all hear drum?
That's them next door.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, big look. Don't fuck the money up.
All right. 5 more minutes. Oh well, y'all good? Y'all got everything out y'all wanted to say?
Yeah. Well, what about you, Diezel?
Well, I want to see this, man. Like, just to wrap this up, man. Like, I had a chick that I had to work on, and I missed out on a chick that I could have got with because I was trying to do the whole,
The whole work on.
work on thing. You know what I'm saying?
Thank God I'm in a righteous situation
You
now. I
know?
feel what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So, on some shit, like, I feel where he coming from, because, like, the topic was, why would she do that? So, that's a possible psyche reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But, at the same time, plenty of fish in the sea, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
Like,
up.
you know what I'm saying? No,
Yep.
I'm not. You had your time, you know. but the real fact is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, like, the scarcity mind, like, when you think this all you could get, you know what I'm saying?
That's all you gonna be with.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to say, oh, man, like, damn, she just fucked up. Let me go ahead and dip out. You're going to be like, man, you know what? Let me give it some time because she bad or whatever
Then
reason.
time passing,
you
she's
know what I'm
still
saying?
like that. Yeah.
And they got other bitches that's just as bad,
Right.
just as smart. And everything you talking about to the fullest
That's right
degree,
there waiting on you.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then it be your blessing. And you sitting there stressing. You know what
Because
I'm
you
saying?
trying to
And-
build this chick, yeah.
You
Trying
know,
to turn
no,
her into
not to
something.
say, and not to say you were wrong. Look, not to say you were wrong, because like I said, you
don't stress nothing. If you can't, I tell people if you can't.
you ain't had it. You ain't had it. I had the stress. I had the one chasing, like I had sent everything, like, dog, dog.
I'm just one of those people that I've never been the type. I've always was taught. If you can avoid it, enjoy it. You don't stress situations you can't control.
What you mean? Well, you're right, and that's fair. That's real, but you can't avoid that.
Like,
You hear me? Like, you can let go and let God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Straight up.
Amen.
You know what I'm
Straight
saying?
up.
So, like,
I'm not saying that you can't let go. What I'm saying is you got to just look at the whole big scheme of things. I don't think one mistake with some money is worth the whole. It depends on how long we've been together in this bond. I'm a really reevaluate.
No, that's how I
the
feel
whole bond.
today. Cause like I said, I tried to build for 7 years, tried, but it just never got nowhere. Every time I build a foundation, she'll crumble it. Then I gotta start over, build it again, she'll crumble it.
Yeah, at the moment you just have to look at the bond and see for what it take you for what it is.
Yeah, like I say, I be telling I still love her, but I just can't be with that because I'm trying to build. She keep destroying everything I'm building. Or sabotaging. And I think it was like she was doing it on purpose sometimes, but But anyways,
No one purposely fucks up a person they love unless they on some crazy sociopath shit.
no, she on some sick, crazy sociopath shit.
Yeah, I'm
But-
sorry for you.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, but I'm not gonna get into that. I'll say that for the next week. Y'all coming through next week?
Of
man,
course.
I'm with it.
Coming through next week?
You already
Yeah.
know cook like, but I'll cover if I'm off.
I usually have Hennessy, but today was just a spur of the moment thing. But
I think we did great.
y'all enjoyed yourself. You had a
Oh,
good
yeah.
time.
Yeah, of course. I love the conversation.
All right. Well,
Hot topics.
let me get this outro out the way. Oh, well, like I said, I'm the boy Rocc Lefty. I'm here with Johnny, aka
Spaceman Jones.
Spaceman Jones, Third World Diezel.
And Villa Boy Kilo.
Damn. All right. Well, hey. And that's it. That's all we got for today, man. We want to thank everybody for checking us out. Hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did, then subscribe to get a notification every week when we drop a new episode. We'll holler at y'all later, man. Till then, I'm your boy Rocc Lefty, Space Ghost, Spaceman Jones, Third World Diezel, Villa Boy Kilo. This is the Black Al Bundy Podcast, man. We out. Oh, before we go, man, give y'all social medias one more time.
Mine CFN Kilo on every platform.
Raw Diezel, RAWDIEZEL on Instagram. Yeah.
I'm Spaceman Jones on Instagram, but the S is with a 5.
So it's 5 Paceman Jones.
Yeah.
I bet. And now already know Rocc Lefty everywhere. RoccLefty@gmail.com. And also, if you would like to record a podcast, you ever thought about doing a podcast, you need distribution, anything, you can hit me up. First of all, you can come record here in my studio, Rocc Lefty World Studios, 811 Causeway. and we'll help you get it distributed through Anchor. Number one way to get your app out there on a buku with different platforms. I don't have the paper in front of me, so I can't read them to you, but just go on anchor.com and check it out. It's your boy Rocc Lefty, and I'm out. This Black Al Bundy Podcast. Peace. This week's episode of the Black Al Bundy Podcast was produced by Rodney Emilian. This is an official Rocc Lefty World production. Thanks for everybody for listening to the show. I really appreciate it. Listen to us on Spotify. Follow us at TBAB Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Leave your opinion or join in on the conversation in our Facebook group, the Black Al Bundy Podcast. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Black Al Bundy Podcast, or leave a voice message and just let us know how we doing on the Anchor app. Holla at y'all next time.